Good morning. Hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving because I certainly did. Today we're getting ready for the season of Christmas. I thought this was so cute. I asked Lindsay if she wanted one. She doesn't want one, but she's probably going to get one anyways. I had a request to do the prairie points on the bottom, so I thought I would just do something different. She wanted the little, how to do it with the prairie points, a 2-inch at the bottom. I didn't think this needed all the bling all the way up. So I'm just going to do one row, but if you added more, all you would have to do was just go like 3/4 inch or a little further up to add more rows. And I think I already did a video on this actually somewhere along the line. And so everybody loves the rooster crows. I call it my dead chicken when I do a show. Please comment today. I am giving away the truck, the wheels, and the little tree. So you can put it on a tea towel. And so please comment. So first of all, of course, you need a tea towel. These are the Dunroven. Okay. And so what you want to do is, this is my 2-inch prairie point. So I'm doing it in 2 colors. So you take, because you need an 8-inch strip of fabric, you would go 4 1/4, 4 1/4. So a 1/4-inch seam. Okay, I already got it on the 1/4-inch seam. I'm ahead of myself today, so that's good. And just sew all the way across. I made it 2 lengths with 40 inches because I didn't know how many of these I was going to do. Because I just kind of go, once I start an idea, I kind of go with the idea. So I get a little nutsy. Almost there, girlers. So make sure you comment. I'm giving away the little bling right here. It's already cut out. And it's got today I used the Applique Wonder Fusible by Floriani. I looked for all my other stuff and I thought, that's right there. What the heck? I'll just use that. Then all you have to do is press the seam open. This is for my 2-inch, 2-color prairie points. You know me, I'm the spray starch queen. Lindsay doesn't like to use these decorative things because her husband always uses a decorative towel, she says. Not the kids, but her husband. My husband doesn't touch them. Probably because he'd be dead meaty if he did. Next week, Lindsay bought these little Christmas trees. And here is the tree skirt. Doesn't it remind you of the disco days? So I'm going to redo the tree skirt to go around these little Christmas trees. And that's going to be my next week's. I thought they were kind of, that was a little on the bright and sunny side. So that's going to be my next week. I thought it was really cute. And we're going to have these decorated little trees. That's about as big of a tree as I can get because my mother used to put up 5 trees. So I really don't like to, I like to do this kind of stuff, but I don't like to decorate trees.
It's all from the dollar store too.
It's all from the dollar store. So you'll see this really cute stuff. And Lindsay went to how many dollar stores?
Far too many.
Far too many, she said, to find this. Because she got it, and then I said, oh, let's do that. And she's like, oh, shoot, thanks a lot, Mom. So then you use your 2-inch. You match the center line to the center fold line. I have this made for the 28mm rotary cutter. I'm not going to cut this right now, but you cut through the slots, upper and lower. And then you sit down, of course, put on a good movie. And then it's going to look like that or this. I did 2 different colors. Then you always want your folds going the same direction. I don't care if you go left to right or right to left, but you always want them going the same direction or my grandmother will slap you. She will come from heaven and take you down. She's a very strong personality. Okay. But I think this is so cute. I love the red trucks anyways. But Lindsay's going to get one anyways. She may not use it. She's going to get one anyways.
Were you afraid of your grandma?
Yes, actually. I was afraid of her because she'd slap me so much. But
not enough to not challenge her.
no, well, I always say if she come down from heaven, her hair looks like a dandelion. Because of being ADHD and kind of a little smart aleck, well, more than a smart aleck, and I did deserve a lot of things I got slapped for, I stand behind her and I blow behind the back of her hair because I was so amazed that somebody's hair could blow, because obviously based on results my hair isn't going to blow in the wind because my hair isn't that fine. And I had bald Barbies. I mean, don't perm your Barbie doll's hair because it melts. And she would chase you down. But I would find I lived on a farm, so you had to find humor where you could. She would not be happy with me, and my dad would see my grandpa chasing me, and he would just laugh. And he would be like, oh my gosh, what did she do now?
You put the cats in diapers.
Yeah, oh, this is bad. One time we had a lot of farm cats, and I put the cats in diapers. My dad made me hunt them down and take all the diapers off. It was awful. I thought it was funny.
That to the chickens.
Yeah, I did a lot of things. Humor. I had to find humor girls. Gunsmoke wasn't doing it for me. We got it once a week, so have to have a sense of humor when you can get it. Okay, so then all you have to do is, of course, you can do these 3 different ways. I'm just going to do it this way, the shadowing, because I think it looks really cute and shows the colors really well. But yeah, I had a sense of humor. Grandma did not. Yeah, I was afraid of her in my own way. I I think as I got older, I appreciated it because my grandfather died before I was born. So she ran an entire farm by herself.
With one arm.
With one arm. She lost her arm in a car accident. And so I looked at her differently as I got older. I thought, wow, she's an amazing woman. And she would never let you open jars because she could do it herself. She's a very strong woman. So I came from a long line of strong women. My mother was strong though too, so. Pretty interesting. Yeah. But I honored my grandmother because she was so talented. She was the most talented woman I've ever met in my life, actually. There's not a thing she couldn't do. Okay, so there we go. So then what you do, I've got this all done, is I folded the sides in like this so they don't have any raw edges, and so have it fit on this. And I put it up 3/4 of an inch from the bottom. I just measured it up, so it's 3/4 of an inch from the bottom. Then what I'm going to do is sew it the 3/4 of an inch. Let's do it this way. Let's see what I'm doing better. And I glued it. Threads. Then, because I love this panel type fabric, I thought how cute it would be to just cut a strip. So I cut a strip. An 1.5 inches wide. Then I used my 3/4 inch bias tape maker. And I cut a strip and I put it somewhere. Of course I can't find it when I'm looking for it. Where did I put it? Oh, Lindsay Lou. I put it away so well I can't find it. So what I did was measure what was 1.5 inches because you need to double it. Okay. So this is almost 1.5 inches. So all you have to do is leave a little on both sides. And all I did was cut it like this on both sides. Then I put it through my bias tape maker and ended up with this. And all you girls know how to do the bias tape maker. I've done it many times. So then you put this on top like this. So I fold it in one side, and then I'm going to glue it again. And then you fold it in on this side, and then I'm going to glue it. And then I'll sew it again. Make sure you comment. I'm giving away all the parts on the top. I just think it's so cute. I love these little trucks anyways. I just think it's so flipping cute. And you find out where you end up over on this side, and then you glue it on this side too. And then I just sewed it on both sides. Okay, I sewed it on both sides all the way around. Then, when you get to the truck, you got to make the decision if you want the truck going this way with your little tree or this way. Or, I thought about it this way. You could have two of them hanging and have the truck going this way with your tree and one going that way. And I'm overthinking it because Lindsay's looking at me like, you are overthinking this.
Can you tell them what the name of your glue is again?
Oh, Jalili's apple glue. Okay, so what you want to do is do one backwards or one forwards, however you want to do it. And this is that applique stuff. And then all you have to do is cut all the way around it. And I've got this little piece of paper, if Lindsay wants to show it to you, that will be. It's got everything that you need. Then all you have to do is print it. And first I had many trees that I put in the back. And then I finally decided in this because it can show more colors. Okay, so you girls know how to do this. So then what I did was I measured, found the center, okay, found the center of my little truck, and then I measured 4 inches from the bottom of the tea towel, okay. So I measured 4 inches. This is exactly 4 inches from here and in the center, okay. It's 4 inches, yep. So I got the center. So now I have a trunk there if you want it for the tree, but I changed my mind because if you want the trunk, you can put it, but I thought, you're not going to have to see it anyways. So here's the bottom. So always drive me crazy to undo them. Of the tree. And I'm just going to hide it so you don't have to worry about seeing the trunk. If you want to do the trunk and you can see it, rock and roll. I just thought, that's another piece I got to do. I want it to have color. I didn't want it to be one blob. Or you could do it in the same colors. It doesn't matter. I like the fact that it had 3 colors. I did 2 the same and 1 different. Let's see if I got this centered right. And then I'm just going to take red thread. I'm going to sew red all the way around it, the zigzag. And on my machine, I did 30. And I didn't change anything on it. And I even did the red on the tree too, because I was thinking, what the heck, doesn't matter. Because it shows off a little, because there is red in the one part. Oh, and also Lindsay said to say that the cyber sale still is on. It's how much off? Lindsay?
20%.
20% off, except fabric, until Friday. She's my brain on that stuff. I don't remember things well.
Where do you get your big spools of thread, or what brand do you like?
I try to do these big spools, like this is Aurifil, and I buy it from like a distributor, because I run out of so much thread and I sew so much. Like this is what I use like mostly for quilting. Or I'll get like 100% cotton if I can find it in a big spool, and a lot of times stores, I think you can get some, I don't know if Joanne sells it or something, but I look wherever I can get like big spools, because I go through so much thread. It's like, and when COVID hit, you couldn't find thread at all. It drove me crazy. And I have this habit of having a lot of thread on hand because of living on a farm. I have a habit of having a lot of everything because I'm living on a farm. Because when you live on a farm, you don't necessarily you don't get to go anywhere. You go shopping once a month if you're lucky for groceries, because you have all the pork and beef and everything that you need.
What number color do you use?
This is 2000, I think. Yep, 2000. And I use it with my whites. I use it with my most everything, except if it's like a really dark color. If I'm top stitching, of course I use whatever I'm top stitching with, and I use the 2000 right on here. It really goes with most everything. And I don't have to change threads all the time. I'm going to try, when I was at, where was I? Nashville. I'm going to try cotton and steel. I've never tried their thread. And I asked the guy to send me Eric. Some cotton and steel because I've never tried one. You gotta love power sewing, girls. Oh. I'll vacuum later. I'll do the Christmas tree later, and I'll just put on the wheels and show you where I'm going to put the wheels. 'Cause that'll take me just minutes. I think it takes me longer to find the fabric than it does anything else. And obviously take these things off. There we go. Let me iron it one more time. I don't think it's quite stuck as good as it should be. There we go. Much better. There you go. So when you're all done, here's one. And here is the other. I just gotta finish a little sewing on it. And voila, we have two different, and I think it's so darn cute. So we're giving away this part of it. So the winner today is Cheryl Fox. Congratulations and thank you for watching, and God bless all of you, and we will see you next week. Thank you. Have a wonderful